There we go.
There he is.
There we go.
What's going on, man?
I like, you know
I almost
what?
forgot about the last one.
I'm having a bad hair day. I wasn't gonna wear the hat, but now that you're wearing the hat, I'll put the hat on too. Let's go. How we doing, dude?
I'm doing all right.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Mexico City.
Okay, because I was gonna say, you know, we rarely do 10 a.m. Interviews, and so you just did a couple. So you're up, but I don't know where Mexico City is. What time zone is that? I thought you were gonna say LA. So.
I'm laughing, but I don't know the answer.
Yeah. So what? Basically,
Central
what time
time.
is it there?
Central time.
Okay, so not too crazy.
Behind you guys. You guys in New York, right?
Yeah, we're in New York. Yeah. But even still, you know, pretty early for, you know, usually we're talking to you know, fancy actors and entertainers who aren't getting up early in the morning to do this shit. So I feel like you're cut from a different cloth, maybe.
No, well, you know, I do what I got to do to promote my movie, man.
Yeah, I get it, man. We were just watching the trailer, and it looks like that had to be a fucking fun time to film that, huh?
Yeah, it was. I still can't even believe we got it done. I mean, it surprises me that any movie gets made after going through what we did, because there's just so many things that have to come together in order to even get it, you know, shot.
Right.
And then, you know, from the writing to the rewriting to getting, you know, the money, to getting the cast, to getting, you know, all the pre-production, and then the shooting of it, and then editing. And now we're in the, you know, and then now it's game time.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of the movie. As you can see in the trailer, it's pretty wild. Did you watch the red or the green?
We did green.
Yeah,
We're pussies.
the red is probably the green is pretty good. I can imagine the red must go hard in the paint then, man.
It really does. Well, that's what I wanted to do when I wanted to do something, because I love like hard dude comedies.
Yeah. That's a new genre. I like that. Josh Duhamel, star of hard dude comedies.
Wait, that's not quite what I meant, but yeah.
Yeah, man, I feel like that's a category on Pornhub. Hard dude.
It is.
Yeah, it definitely is, or at least implied on every video. But there is something to that. I feel like, well, are you friendly with a lot of these guys, or is this just like, you know, a regular process of actors coming together? Because it does feel like it could be something where, you know, yeah, you're acting, of course, but it feels like you guys are just kind of being yourselves and like fucking around while the cameras are rolling.
Yeah, I knew Nick really well. I knew Dax really well. I hadn't met Kevin Dillon. I knew Dan. I knew James Roday. I knew Olivia. So there was definitely some history with all of us, which I wanted. You know, this movie wasn't going to work if it didn't feel like a real group of friends, like a real, like deep-rooted, like, you know, a group of friends that had been friends forever. Mm-hmm. And so that was part of the reason why. And plus they all did it for basically free. I'm not gonna lie.
That's always a plus. That's always good.
If the movie does well, they'll make good money, but you know, I got to hand it to them. They stepped up and showed up and then laid it down when they got there. I'm so grateful to have had them, you know, come and do that movie for me. And it was just,
how does that process work? Because you were involved in absolutely everything start to finish on this project, right? So like when you get them in the room, kind of like, so, you know, it's not going to pay the best or what, but they're just like down to like let's fuck around, have a good time, or like that process seems like it's got to be different from other movies.
Well, Nick and I had been friends. He was in from the beginning and he loved the script, and but whenever you're trying to put one of these, they have what they call a Q number, where they have, you know, every actor's got a certain number that they place on you based on what your international value is.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I needed to get a Dax Shepard and I needed an Olivia Munn to make this to get the green light.
Right.
So I was brilliant in going to Olivia and telling her, you know, talking about the movie, how I was going to direct it, what I wanted to, I'd love her to be a part. She's perfect for it. Never committed, but said, you know what, I'll take a look, whatever. So then I talked to Dax and I said, so Olivia's in. And now
manipulator.
And I said the same thing to Olivia. I was like, so Olivia, Dax is in. And I'm like, okay, well, without having either of them really on board, but again, they both showed up and they both did a great job. The movie's, I'm very proud of it. We've shown it a few times in screen tests and people absolutely lose their shit, which I was really scared of because I've got a pretty messed up sense of humor.
Yeah,
And
clearly.
So you put so much time into something, you don't know if people are going to think it's funny.
Right. That's
And to
always like the
see them-
scariest thing to me, like on a very shred of a level, because we write blogs. It only takes an hour. It's not like a months long process. But when you put in a joke or you make a reference that you think is gonna hit or other people are gonna get, and then they're just like, no, dude, we never did that. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. And it's like, oh fuck, I thought everyone would like that.
Well, so yeah, I mean, it was, but to see them react the way they did, it was just such a feeling of relief to know that, okay, this movie actually works. Now, so I was more worried about the screen tests or the screenings than I am now, because I know that it's funny. It's just a matter of, it's not for everybody, because, it is pretty hard hitting.
Mm-hmm. we did a lot of hard stuff in this movie.
It's hard, dudes, hard hitting. Let's go.
There's some stuff you can't unsee, man. And I wanted to.
Do you come up with that kind of stuff? I always say that, like, when I watch a horror movie like Hostel or Saw, one of the really fucked up ones, I always think, like, whoever comes up with that stuff, like, they're kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And obviously this is in a more comedic way, but I'm like, are all these things your ideas? Because you're fucking weird then, bro.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty certain people are going to have a different opinion of me after seeing the movie, but that's okay. It's, I love these kind of movies, and these are the kind of movies I go see.
What else would you put on this level when you say these kind of movies?
Well, I love Hangover. I thought that movie. I love Todd Phillips. So he's one of my favorite directors.
Right.
It's got some Judd Apatow in it. It's not. It does have heart too. It's about friends and how friendships become more valuable as you get older. So I didn't want to just do like dumb comedy. I wanted it to actually. I wanted to earn it. I wanted it to earn it through story, and so that was the idea. So Todd Phillips, Dumb and Dumber is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah. We got a guy, he's 28, who just watched it for the first time the other day. And I almost like sent him home as a homework project. Like, you have to fucking watch this movie.
Oh
it's
my God.
inexcusable to not know it.
Yeah, the Fairley Brothers, they don't pull any punches, and I wanted to make that kind of movie. It's probably, a lot of times for actors who go direct for the first time, they want to prove their artistic ability and telling something about a suicidal poet in the Lower East Side or something.
Right.
It's like, no, I want to make people laugh. I want it to be fun. I want to do it something that I would go see, and that's what we did.
I love that outlook. That's like, what would you rather if I gave you, like, you could win like an Oscar for being the suicidal poet on the Lower East Side or the Passion Project or some shit, or be regarded as like, this is like the funny, this comes out and it's regarded as like the funniest movie of a generation, a cult classic that people will be talking about forever. Which one would you pick?
I would take that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, an Oscar would be great. But I can tell you with a fair amount of certainty that I'm not going to win an Oscar for this.
Yo, you never know, man. These guys, sometimes they flip a switch. They lose some weight. All you got to do is lose weight.
No, you got to put weight on.
Yeah,
no,
right.
You have
to make a body transformation. So if you get fat and like, and you change genders or something, you're good. You're good to go. Like, we can do this, man.
Josh, if you become a fat woman, you'll definitely win.
Done.
Yes.
And then you can make a movie about like hard chicks stuff.
A hard chick comedy.
There you go. I love it, man. Is this how you are? Well, actually, let me back up. You just said something I think is interesting. You said as you get older, friendships. How'd you phrase it? Friendships mean more or more important?
Well, I think that as we get older, our friendships become more valuable because the longer. I mean, my buddies and I, some of them are since kindergarten. And that is important to me because some people fall off. Some people, you meet new people, which is always part of life, but. Those people that have been there and seen everything and know you inside and out. Well,
that's what? Like, that's like a 40-year friendship, right?
Yeah. Literally, my buddy Chad, my buddy, they're both named Chad Schmidt, Chad Bjork.
Of course.
Josh, you have
kindergarten.
two friends named Chad?
Chads.
Oh,
You
no,
got any
there's-
Brads in the mix?
There's Chad Bjork, there's Chad Schmidt, there's Chad Kelly, and there's Chad Hornbacher. There's 4
Get
of
the
us.
fuck out of here! You got 4 Chads and one of them's Chad Armbarker. I mean,
No,
goodness.
Hornbacher.
Hornbacher. Oh my God! Be more stereotypical. That's
He's got a
unbelievable,
twin brother
man.
named Corey.
Corey and Chad. That's incredible,
Yeah.
man. Are you like? Did you fuck around with these guys a lot? I feel like you know.
Oh my
this is-
God.
yeah.
I'm
right,
not
this
even
is
going
your
to get into
personality.
some of the. I mean, we're mid 40s now, and we literally immediately revert back to our 16-year-old selves when we get
Yep.
together.
What's the most that you can tell? The most ridiculous stunt or bet or whatever that you've gone through with Chad, and Chad.
What? Oh God, what can I say without like
Yeah.
just pissing these guys off? So one of the guys, I won't say who, thinks it's really funny to whip his junk out and or take your credit cards or something that you use or put on your face or brush your teeth with or whatever. He likes to take video of using it. Like he'll take his pecker and he'll put somebody's glasses on it and then he'll do like a whole bit like speaking.
And then what? Sends you the video a couple days later when it's too late. And you're like, fuck.
And the character's name is Peter, of course. And so he'll send, but then after you'll see the guy with the glasses on and he won't say anything, but then he'll send the video out. I mean,
That's sociopathic shit.
That's vile.
Yeah,
that's vile stuff.
That's an incredible breach of trust.
or he'll mix drinks with Peter,
I love it, man. That's I feel like either there's not many guys like in Hollywood who are like that, or if they hide it, or they don't they don't put it into their work. I mean, I feel like that's the kind of shit that resonates with other dudes who want to do hard dude stuff.
Well, I think that the premise of the movie is about these games, and I think that really resonates. I've talked to so many people who do something similar, where on football season, baseball season, during golf, there's always a game going on in the backyard, and sometimes guys take it even further. Well, they'll go do like whether it's a weekend golf trip with the boys or a full-on buddy or like a guy Olympics or whatever.
Yeah,
girls do the same thing. I think it's inherent in all of us to have some sort of competition going on.
Yeah.
At least with my crew, we love playing games. We love, and it's not just about the games. It's as much about the camaraderie as it is the crushing your brother.
Yeah. Well, so in the movie, the stakes is what, 150K, right?
It doesn't start out that way, but we do. You'll see when you see the movie that one of the characters got injured 5 years earlier in a prank that went really wrong. He loved to teabag people, and one of the guys was sick of it, so he shot him with a paintball gun. And he lost not one but 2 of his testicles.
Oh no,
And
no
since
balls,
then,
Chad.
That guy's gone down, a dark spiral ever since. And his mom comes to me. I play the Bob father, and my buddy Bob, I play in the movie, comes to me to try to get the boys back together, to bring her boy back, to get him out of this rut that he's been in. Well, he agrees to do it if the guy that shot him isn't going to be there, because he doesn't want anything to do with him. So I make up this thing, like we're all putting in a bunch of money this year, and I know that Nick Swartzen's the guy that he doesn't want there.
Got it.
And Nick is
sense.
broke, living in his van, and I tell him that we're all putting in $50,000, and he goes and does some heinous shit to raise that money. And shows up anyway.
Oh, that's the minivan's rocking, right? Yeah.
So then it becomes about $150,000. But yeah, there's a reason for it.
The reason I say it though is like I feel like if you're a crew that does these sort of things, maybe you make the stakes money, whatever it is. I feel like it's more about the ego and the pride of it all. There's a producer here who every year does a challenge with his 2 brothers. So it's 3 guys. He's the oldest, and like They do their own Olympics where some of it's mental games, some of it's physical games, and at the end they declare like, you know, dominance over the family. Like I'm like the alpha brother. They take this shit very seriously, and like the older brother won for, you know, so many years, but like finally the younger brother crept up and got a W, and like it's a huge thing for their like pride and their family dynamic, more so than any money or prize could be, you know?
Oh, absolutely. It's as much about bragging rights as it is anything. Our group doesn't play for money. Well, there might be some, you know, golf, like a new putter or something that you could win, but you know, it's mostly just pride.
Well, yeah, because you're also the rich guy in the crew, I'd imagine. So, you know, they can't keep up.
Well, it spans. Some do well, some don't.
Oh, man, that sucks. The guys on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, whoever heard that knows who you were talking about.
Yeah, he knows. I'm the guy who doesn't. I don't do well. Yeah. All right, we're going to play a game here with you. It's called Answer the Internet. It's a card game and an app and a YouTube series we created using all the calls we've gotten from our fans over the years and just weird hypothetical questions from the internet. So we're going to put you to the test. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Let's start off. We'll start off with some food. Would you rather give up appetizers or desserts for the rest of your life?
Appetizers.
That is so wrong.
I mean, so just to be clear, now appetizers, you gotta
no more mozzie sticks.
no mozzarella sticks. No, I think of buffalo wings as an appetizer.
Wait, are you saying give up or give out?
Give up. You can't.
You don't get them.
No,
Yeah, which one
I'll
can
give
you
up
never
the
eat?
dessert.
You're giving up dessert?
Yeah, of course you're giving up dessert.
Sorry. I thought you said give them out.
No. That question would suck, man. That would be terrible. Which one would you rather serve? No, so you're.
All right, Josh. In this hypothetical, you have to work at a TGI Fridays.
You're a waiter. I think appetizers. I think you're right, giving up desserts, but
Because
man,
here's the thing. I'm usually get to a restaurant. I'm so hungry that I can't wait for the appetizer. I can't give that up. And
Yeah,
then by the
yeah,
time
right.
I'm eating,
That's
I'm
a good
so
point,
full
the
that I don't
timing.
even want dessert.
Yeah, I hear that. Okay. All right. If you had to go to war, would you choose to fight during the Middle Ages, during the Revolutionary War, or World War I? Boy, none of these are good.
Oh,
That's
God.
a tough one.
Middle Ages, Revolutionary War, or World War One?
Correct.
I'm
So we're
gonna go
doing,
Revolutionary.
you're doing Revolutionary.
Yeah.
Why?
You just really hate British people?
Because it seemed a little bit. It was, you go back to the Middle Ages, that shit was barbaric.
Yeah.
You go to World War One, they had way too much advanced weaponry. Revolutionary War, it was just sort of in between. It felt a little bit more civil.
Yeah, I could probably dodge a musket
I was
bullet.
gonna say, I feel like you could like hide out and just dodge shit and just not really fight. All right, here we'll get philosophical with you.
Seems
Would
the
you?
least traumatic.
What's that?
It seems the least traumatic.
Yeah. If you could, would you rather go back to being 18 years old, but you know everything you know now, or you get $1 million, but I don't know, you're pretty rich, so let's call it like 10 million?
10 million.
Or you get $10 million.
I would definitely go back to 18 knowing what I know now.
And what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, like with
Not
that
all the-
knowledge.
Not all the dumb shit I did.
So it's not about what you would do, it's about what you would erase. So let's talk about your regrets, Josh. What are your biggest regrets in life?
Anybody who says they don't have regrets is full of shit.
I mean, listen, I can understand what you're saying, but also things have worked out pretty well. I don't know how much I would go and change there, Josh.
Josh Duhamel's like, I'd rather live my life over again.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
You're doing all right, I think.
Yeah.
Listen, no, I'm not complaining, but yeah, I've done. I'm working on some stuff.
That's the best. I love dropping that. I'm working on things.
I'm working on myself. Are there any universally loved movies that you hate? Be honest.
Let me think here.
Like, I hate that Tad Hamilton movie. That fucking sucks.
That movie's the best. Shut up.
Let me think here. Well, I can tell you a TV show that I never really got.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hogan's Heroes. I never got that show.
Hogan's Heroes.
Old school
Remember
throwback.
that?
I
Am I
honestly
too
think
old?
this is Breaking Bad.
Am I dating myself with that?
Nah, a little bit. I don't know. Our show is kind of like we age a little bit older. There's probably some like college kids listening who are like, what the fuck does that mean?
Well, Hogan's Heroes.
Was that the type though, like that you would like I hate The Godfather. I just said this last episode. I hate The Godfather, and when people try to convert me, I'm just like, it makes me hate it more. Like, no. So I rally against the people liking it. Was there a true hatred for Hogan's Heroes?
No, I just never thought it was funny. It was supposed to be a comedy. But I did like The Godfather.
What's that?
I did like The Godfather.
Well, yeah, you're not alone. I mean, it's, like 99.9.
You said that like it was an admission. You're like, well, I liked The Godfather.
I'm trying to think. There's some sci-fi movie that I'm trying to think of that everybody talks about that I just never really understood or got. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one.
West, maybe.
Let's go.
Come back to it.
What do you think? Okay. Would you rather eat only shitty airplane food for the rest of your life, or you can have every meal you eat is amazing, but you can only drink non-alcoholic beer?
Shitty airplane food.
You gotta have your beer.
Yeah.
Airplane food sucks, man.
I honestly think it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, you have no standards.
No,
Yeah, it does. But then you'd have to give up beer.
it's not. It's absolutely not worth it. Airplane food's fine. It gets the job done.
I mean,
Dude, it does not.
yeah. No offense to people that have given up.
Drinking, but yeah, I mean, it's come on.
I just haven't.
You can get
yeah.
through airplane food for like an airplane ride. If it's every meal for the rest of your life, are you kidding me, man?
Or you can only drink non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, that's not like. I would much rather have an airplane like a Delta. A Delta. Can it be first class?
No. We're talking like shitty, regular.
I was just trying to resonate with Josh there.
By the way, airplane food is not getting
if you could fight one person to the death, and you get to switch lives with them if you beat them, who would you fight? Now you got to pick someone who you obviously you think you can beat, otherwise you just die. So you can't just.
So
pick.
I would have to actually like in reality beat them up.
Well, yeah. Let's say nobody's watching. It's not like you're going to be known as the guy who like beat someone to death. But if you could beat him in a fight, you get to become them. Let's say you don't have to kill him, but you got to like knock him out.
I'll say Patrick Mahomes.
Whoa! You think you could kill Patrick Mahomes?
I don't think I could, but I'd try if I could
Give
have
it
his
a
luck.
shot. I don't know. I feel like that'd be a pretty good fight. I mean, he's a world-class athlete, but Josh is no fucking slouch. I also don't know if Pat Mahomes. Are you a fighter? Do you do any training like MMA type
I watch
shit?
a lot of UFC. Does that count?
Yeah, sure. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. Imagine that. That guy. I'd have to say right now, in the entire world the entire world, he might be riding the number one wave, the highest of highs. A $500 million contract, MVPs, Super Bowls, and he's only like 17 years old. It's crazy.
He's unreal. I think. What do you just? I don't mean to change the subject. What do you guys think about Trevor Lawrence? Is he going to be the same?
Is he going to be the same from COVID?
No. Is he going to be the same? Is he going to be the same type of quarterback?
Oh, the same type of player. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't watch enough college football to really know. All I hear is that he's, a once in a generational type of talent. I'm a Jets fan.
You can't have a once in a generation talent.
Every fucking, yeah. But I guess they don't say that, but they say he's like Andrew Luck. They say he's like Peyton Manning. But by the way, there's a huge difference between Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Huge difference. But I'm a Jets fan, so I am hardcore rooting for an 0-16 tank and that we pick him up. But I don't know. I mean, my team's so bad that I don't know if he's good enough to turn it around. So I feel like even if he is a Patrick Mahomes talent, I don't know if it's enough. But it's a very high bar that you set. Are you going to be like Patrick Mahomes? You could be very good and still not be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think?
Well, I think that the Chiefs had a lot of tools there already for him.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
they got Andy Reid. They got he had a lot of. It all depends. These guys can be great, but if they don't have the right system around them,
right.
So the Jets
Which
need to
the Jets definitively do.
I mean, the Jets don't have a system, like period, let alone like a good one for a shitty coach, no weapons.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's probably not going to do it because there's too much money on the line, but like I would heavily consider not going out in this draft.
I don't get why he doesn't just go get drafted and be like,
Say
no, I'm not playing.
to pull the Eli Manning. Yeah. How about that? If you were a top college quarterback, say you're Trevor Lawrence and the Jets got to have the number 1 pick, would you pull an Eli Manning and hold out and say, like, I will refuse to play for your team? You can draft me, but you got to trade me because I will not take the field. Because then you kind of become an asshole and a diva in the moment. But look how it worked out for Eli Manning.
Everyone forgets.
Everybody forgot.
Everyone
Eli Manning
forgets.
goes on to win 2 Super Bowls. He does it with a smile on his face. He's a really great guy, good family guy otherwise. And they just forget that he was kind of a really selfish asshole to kick off his career.
Well, Elway did the same thing back in the day.
Right. And nobody talks about. I mean, the difference is you have to get it done. If you do that, you have to deliver. But if you do, I feel like nobody brings it up anymore. Would you pull that? Would you pull that stunt?
Maybe. I mean, you only get one shot.
Right.
You don't want to be the number 1 guy and be a bust either. You need, you have to have a good supporting cast around you. Anybody who's successful does.
And it's also the only, industry in the world where it's like you get forced into a job that you don't want to do. It's like if you were applying for a job in like finance, it was like, well, I can go work for like a good company or a shitty company. And that's my, I have the choice. It's crazy that we like force these kids to play somewhere they don't want to play.
Yeah. But the Jets could be and should be good. I feel like they could turn it around.
I feel like people have been saying that
I've been
since
saying
like the
that
70s.
my whole fucking life, man, and it just
They
doesn't.
should be good. They're just somehow not.
They just never are. It is.
I'm a Vikes fan, and they're always they're better than the Jets, but we can never really get over the top either.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
What was that? 98 that you had your shot? Was it? Yeah. That's the kind of shit that haunts you for the rest of your life. It changes the whole franchise. You know what I mean? You get that one done, and it's like the whole trajectory of your team changes forever.
I mean, you did have the sex boat though. That was pretty cool.
Sex boat was cool. Yeah. That was cool. Would you rather win a Super Bowl or be on a sex boat? I got one last philosophical question for you here.
All right.
Do you believe that the Helen Keller story is real?
Why would I not believe that?
Because think about it, Josh. This is one I've been thinking about my whole life and
Kevin
career.
dies on this hill, and I honestly, I'm with him.
It's just impossible to do what she did. I think it's a story. I think it's a made-up tale, and I don't think it's possible for someone who's deaf, blind, and mute to learn how to read and write. And I mean, how would you teach that, Josh? How would you teach someone? How did Ann Sullivan do it? She did it. It's impossible. Give me your first, what would be your first thing that you would do to start teaching me? Think about it. Everything you say to me or do to me, I wouldn't know because I can't. What would you do? Teach me the word dog, Josh. Teach me what a dog is. Try it. And I'll pretend that I can't see, can't hear, and can't read or write.
Well, I'd bring a dog in and I'd let you pet it.
Okay. Now I'm petting a furry thing.
And then what are the little what is it?
Braille.
No, when you like for people that are blind to read, they can touch
Braille.
the
It's like with the writing with the bump.
Braille.
Yeah.
Braille. So I'd have her pet the dog, and then I'd teach her the Braille of what that is.
Okay, so I touch a fluffy thing and then I touch some bumps, and you expect me to know that this is a system for reading and writing for people who are blind. It's never gonna work, Josh. It's not a real story. It's not real.
I think we can.
He knows. He doesn't want to get in trouble, but he knows. The headlines are gonna read.
You might be right. I mean,
he knows what's
pretty
up.
fucked up if somebody made that story up. Why would you make that story up?
It's quite a tale.
It's a good. It sold some books. It's a good tale. It's an inspiration to everybody. Just think about it. Just give it some thought. You'll be thinking about this the rest of the week, I guarantee.
I really will.
Get back to me if you have when you realize I'm right. Just shoot me a DM or something. Be like, you're right. You're right. All right, man. Thanks so much. We really appreciate the time. Buddy Games is out on November 24th. Josh, he wrote it, he directed it, he stars in it. It sounds like it's a real. If you're like a Barstool fan, you're in our audience. You're a guy's guy who likes hard dude stuff. This is the movie for you. So thanks a lot for the time, man. We appreciate it.
It's going to be in 400 screens, too. We just found that out a couple days ago. So they're going to be showing it in theaters, too, which is awesome. I know that the goalpost keeps moving with the COVID situation, but right now we're going to be in 400 screens, which is going to be awesome. It's a great way to see the movie.
Yeah, get back out there, get a bucket of popcorn and enjoy it in the theaters. Thanks
All
a
right.
lot, man. We really appreciate it. Have a good one.
Thanks, man. You guys take care.
You too.
I'm going to hit you with a little YouTube sabermetrics, okay? Only 15% of people who watch the videos on the KFC Radio channel are actually subscribed. That means
Oh, you fucking lurkers. I'm
right?
tired. Yeah, I'm
free
tired of
85%
lurkers.
freeloaders.
Retweet, like, fucking heart on Instagram.
Rate, review, subscribe.
If you enjoy content, double tap it.
Literally-
double tap to subscribe.
Just click. It doesn't. I think you only have to click it once, not even double.
Well, okay,
just
fine.
one click.
But I'm not a mathematician. Just a one click works.
Because I don't want. If you double click, you might subscribe and then unsubscribe.
Oh, true.
So just one
well,
click.
then 3 clicks.
3 clicks to subscribe, because otherwise, I mean, it literally doesn't affect you at all, and it will basically make our careers so much better.
Oh,
Please
so much
fucking
better.
do it.
Oh, you'll get us so good.
Please.
You'll get us going
Come
so
on.
good. 85% of you. Triple
Don't
like.
be poor.
Triple time. The thing. The subscribe thing.
Smash that button, as they say.